Hey, what is going on guys? So in this video, I'll be doing a tutorial on the best optimal keybinds to use when you're switching from controller/console to mouse and keyboard on PC. Before we get right into the video, I'd like to take this time to ask you guys to subscribe to the channel if you're new and follow me on my socials linked down in the description below. I'd really appreciate it. So, what do I mean by optimal keybinds? Optimal keybinds are easy to reach and not too hard or too far to reach, and that they are preferably near the movement keys WASD. So there are three things to keep in mind in this game, and that is building, editing, and interacting. Timestamps will be on screen now, so skip over to one of the aspects that you want to hear me talking about and what keybinds are good for them. But I strongly recommend that you watch the whole video to get the full benefits of the things that I'll be talking about. In building right, there is one principle to keep in mind, and that is don't move your fingers away from the movement keys or WASD whilst building. This will give you an advantage of building and strafing while building. I strongly recommend that you have two mouse buttons on the side of your mouse so that you can use both of them for 2 out of 4 of your builds. If you don't have a gaming mouse with side buttons, then I strongly recommend that you buy one, and if you can't afford it, I also had the same mentality, but good thing I found a cheap mouse on sale, like the one that I'm using now, which is the Logitech G102, that works decent for a gaming mouse. In terms of what to put for the builds on both of your side mouse buttons, it's really up to your preference. I'm not gonna tell you that you should put your ramps on your side mouse button 4 or put your pyramids on your side mouse button 5. It's really up to you. Everyone is different. Just play around. Okay, now that 2 out of 4 of your builds are on your side mouse buttons, the other 2 left should be on your keyboard, preferably the left side closer to the movement keys. You'll be left with your left pinky finger and left thumb to press on the building keybinds, as your left ring and index finger should always be at the movement keys at all times. For your left pinky, the keybinds left to press are left shift and left control. Use either one of them for one of your builds, and the other one that is left for crouch. For your last build keybind, you should use your thumb, but if you've been playing or casually using a keyboard to play PC games and you're used to only using your thumb to use spacebar, then I wouldn't recommend that you use your thumb to press other keybinds, as this will be hard to get used to, but you can try to use your thumb. The keybinds that I would recommend that you use your left thumb for is C, X, or V. On the contrary, if it is not working out well, then either use your ring finger to hit Q or use your left index finger to hit F, C, or V. Experiment with the different keybinds and eventually you'll find the optimal building keybinds. For editing, the default keybind is G, but I changed it to E, as my fingers are not long enough to reach on G, as well as I don't like hitting keys that are far away from WASD. This rule only works if the keybinds are important, such as editing and building, but if it's not useful, such as bringing the map up which is M on the keyboard, then those unnecessary keybinds should be farther away from the movement keys. I would strongly not recommend leaving edit on G, so what would edit be on? Well, it could be either be on E or F. The reason I strongly recommend one of these keybinds for editing is because it's near WASD, so when the time comes for you to edit your build, you can just press E or F, whichever is your editing key, with your left index finger. The last part is interacting. This is when you want to pick up items, weapons, switch weapons, open chests, and traps. To get traps out first, they should be at T. Now for weapon slot keybinds, 1 to 6 is standard, but if you don't have a long enough finger, then having the last 2, that being 5 and 6, changed to Z and X respectively is also a good option. Now for interacting, use the keybinds either F or E. The one that you didn't put the edit keybind on, put that as your interact keybind. Now these keybinds are the most optimal in ensuring that you'll have a smooth transition to mouse and keyboard, but not everyone has to follow these optimal keybinds. You may be special in that you're just used to using your left index finger to hit everything, but whatever works for you, stick with it and keep on practicing. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like and I'll see you all on my next video.